Welcome to Nerd Index, and today we're going to discuss voice actors in anime and try to find out who my husband's favorite voice actor might be. And why do I say try? I know a lot of times we'll be sitting there and I'll be like, oh, it's so-and-so who did this character, and you're like, really?
Yep. I don't recognize voices very well.
So we're going to attempt to use some psychology to see if your subconscious is gravitating towards certain voice actors after all. We'll investigate your favorite characters from your top 15 highest rated anime to see if there is any crossover from voice actors between those characters, to answer the question if there is a Seiyuu that you do trend toward without realizing it. But before that, let's have a quick discussion about my feelings about voice actors. I don't choose a show to watch simply because a specific voice actor is in it, but I will recognize a voice actor if I've heard them in a lot of roles or if they had a role that was very memorable to me. Like how when you think of J. Michael Tatum, you might think of Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler or Scar from Full Metal Alchemist. I usually don't check which voice actors have been cast into a specific show before I watch, but I definitely perk up when I hear them enter a scene in the show for the first time and realize who it is. So the Japanese voice actors that I feel drawn to the most and that their performances might sway my opinion of the character a little are Umehara Yurichiro, most notable for me as Alhaitham from Genshin Impact and Anos Valdigold from the Misfit of Demon King Academy, and Sayori Hayami, most notable for me as Yor from Spy Family and Miyuki from Irregular at Magic High School. The English voice actors that I appreciated their performances the most are J. Michael Tatum, as referenced above, and Laura Bailey. I don't watch English dubbed anime anymore, but when I did back in the day, I thought that they brought a lot of range and energy to their performances. So behind the scenes, you gave me your list of favorite characters for each show, and then I went and checked who the voice actors were for each character, so you have not seen the voice actor reveal yet. What do you think the odds are that a single voice actor shows up multiple times on the list?
I think a voice actor might show up 2 or 3 times.
Out of 15, that seems like really high odds.
But I like kind of the similar type of characters a lot of the times, which I think maybe voice actors might get cast more as their types.
That would make sense. So now on to the list of your highest rated shows to see if we can uncover any subconscious answers. 2 anime were excluded from this list simply because we watched them in English compared to everything else, which would be Darker Than Black and Full Metal Alchemist. So first we have 86, and you said that your favorite character is Lena. Why do you like her?
She's just fun and smart and kind of does a good job connecting all the characters together.
A good anchor for the show. As the reveal, here is her voice actor. Do you feel surprised by any of the other characters that she's played, or do you feel like you don't recognize anybody?
Yeah, I don't feel like I recognize anyone that much here.
Yeah, it seems like she plays a lot of supporting role characters more than main characters, and that might be why. Okay, and then your second show on the list is Blast of Tempest. Why did you pick Yoshino?
He's just really cool in the show, and he's more grounded than, I guess, the other main character.
And then looking at the other roles that this voice actor has played, is there anybody that you're surprised by or that you recognize and you think, oh, that makes sense?
I was looking at Benedict Blue from Violet Evergarden. Thought that was kind of cool.
I love Benedict.
He's pretty cool.
Oh, there's also Razor from Genshin.
Or Shigaraki from My Hero seems a little random.
I know, that's like a totally different range. We go from like generally quiet characters to Shigaraki Tomura, which is just like yelling all the time and being all gravelly and upset. And it's like, okay.
He's kind of interesting. Gets to play.
He has a wide range.
Yeah, quite a bit of characters.
There's a lot of people on his list that I recognize in a lot of shows that we've watched.
Tokdopi.
Uh-huh.
Solid.
It's interesting because it's like, I feel like when you picked this character, I didn't recognize his vocal performance like literally at all, and I was like, oh, maybe he's one of those voice actors that only did stuff in the early 2010s-ish or whatever. I think that was 2013 for Blast of Tempest. But then like you see the list and you're like, oh no, he's still going.
He's in some pretty good roles too. Got Yuri from Yuri on Ice.
Yeah. Okay, so for Blue Period, you said that your favorite character was the cram school teacher. And I was really surprised when I looked her up. This voice actress has done like next to nothing. And I don't really know why. I didn't look into her career or anything, but I'd be fascinated to know if it's because she's like focusing on another aspect of, you know, being an actor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't have any like crossover here, unsurprisingly, because she's done like 5 things. I'll just put it out there now.
Yep. Figured.
For Bungo Stray Dogs, you said your favorite character was Dazai. And I thought it was funny because when I was looking at the list for the other characters that this voice actor has played, I know that one of like your other shows is also on here, but it's a different character than who you would have picked. So I still thought that it was funny that you're hitting similar shows.
I was about to say, there's a few pretty good characters on here. Okabe from Steins Gate and Ling from Full Metal Alchemist, even though we didn't really watch much of the Japanese. And then Benimaru from Fire Force. Yeah.
I love him. He's great. And we also have, like, of course, Rin from Free. And I watched Free, but you didn't.
I didn't,
but it's pretty funny because I think that this list says to me that he gets typecast as, like, high energy characters.
Seems like it, yeah.
I don't know if you remember Tamaki or on High School Host Club, but that also kind of fits.
Who's Kotaro from? He looks very familiar.
That's the zombie girl band one. What was it called? Zombieland Saga. Yeah. I think that was one of the performances where I felt like he went too over the top and it bothered me.
It was very overboard in that. Kind of fit the show, though.
True. So you said for Fate Zero, your favorite character was Emiya. And then who do you see on this list of characters that jumps out at you?
I mean, Bungo Stray Dogs, the director. And then also Claws from Blood Blockade Battlefront. My goodness.
Tongue twister
of a name, indeed.
I mean, I watched Naruto without you, so I recognize Yamato. But yeah, when I saw another Bungo Stray Dogs reference, I was like, you're crossing shows quite a lot, but you haven't crossed voice actors yet.
Not much.
For Licorice Recoil, you said that your favorite character was Chisato. And so seeing this lineup of characters, do you feel any certain way about all the other people listed?
I feel like Chisato and Reina from Sound Euphonium do not match up, but...
Oh, if I remember Reina correctly, she's like softer and more serious of a character versus Chisato is just like sunshine, rainbows, high energy.
And then Chika, the Coffin Princess. Don't terribly recognize any of the other ones, though.
Yeah, it was one of those where it's like every show that we haven't watched. There's only like 3 here, realistically.
Yeah.
So for Parasite, you said that your favorite character was Shinichi. And then I was kind of surprised by a couple of the other characters on this voice actors list.
Okay, yeah. A lot of these make kind of sense.
It makes sense more when you think about it, but like, I guess I'd have to hear it back to back. Like when I saw Yuki from Fruits Basket, I was like, are you sure?
That one is kind of the outlier, it feels like, in this. Nagi from Blue Lock, though, and Yujiro from SAO Alicization, or even the older brother from Black Clover. I feel like all kind of hit the same. They're similar characters.
That's true. Okay, the really surprising one is Mahito for Jujutsu Kaisen.
The one time he got to play a villain.
The one time he got to play like a total psychopath and just go all out. Although I don't know anything about Tokyo Revengers, so for all I know, that character is also pretty off the rails.
Yeah, possibly.
For Psychopaths, you said that your favorite character was Kogami.
Okay, yeah. Gilgamesh was almost one of my choices for the Fate series, too, so...
Some more crossover.
Uh-huh.
There's another,
Daru from Steins Gate.
I was just gonna say, there's another Steins Gate person.
Yeah, he does some video games, too. That's kind of surprising.
A lot of them do. They just don't get listed on, like, the same profiles, so it's hard for me to get, like, the crossover.
I wonder if that Yoshimitsu from Tekken 4 is the same character as Yoshimitsu in Soul Calibur. I don't remember if those fighting games cross over, but that was my favorite character to play in the original Soul Calibur, if true.
That's cool. That would be neat to know.
Don't play much Vladimir in League, though.
No. We also don't play League in Japanese, so... For Recreators, you said your favorite character was Meteora, right?
Yeah, something like that.
We'll just go there. And I was so happy because Jean is here.
This person
voice
hits
actress,
a lot of good characters.
She is like a ton of recognizable, really good characters, and so I was surprised that, spoilers, she only shows up this one time.
Oh man. Sleepy Princess, we got Rem, we got
Hestia,
Mizumi from Sword Art.
Reina.
Kind of solid there. And Bunny Girl Senpai and Realist Hero Girl.
Yeah. So lots of good stuff here.
Pretty solid.
So you're copying me.
No, I'm sorry.
But you said that your favorite character from Spy Family was Yor. So besides the 2 roles for her that I already mentioned, who are you seeing here that you're surprised by?
You didn't mention Ayaka?
Well, that's Genshin. I was trying to stick a little bit closer to the anime, but you know.
Ryu from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Anju from 86, and then obviously Shinobu from Demon Slayer.
Shoko. What is she from?
A silent voice.
That's what it was. Okay. I was about to say, she looks familiar too. Yeah, not a bad list of people there too.
I will say the one character that they did not put on the list that I thought was like a cute, funny performance was Emma from Moonlit Fantasy.
Okay.
I think she's so cute as Emma. So the Steins Gate character that you did pick, how do they refer to her? Is it Kurisu or is it Makise?
I think he does both fairly often.
Okay, well.
Does not line up with many characters that I recognize at all.
I feel like there's a lot more video game characters on that list.
Yeah, maybe.
Violet Evergarden, you said your favorite character is Violet. And do you see anything here that speaks to you besides 2B?
Oh, not 2B? There's also Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
And Sei from Saint's Power is
Yeah,
Omnipotent.
that's a pretty solid one.
I feel like the Violet tonality that she uses and the 2B tonality that she uses are very similar. So like when I saw that, I was like, oh, duh.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Yeah. For Summertime Rendering, you picked Hizuru. And I thought that her voice actors, like other list of characters, were kind of varied. It didn't seem quite like a typecast.
Yeah, not really. I wouldn't put her and Stephanie from No Games No Life in the same person. Or even Devils is a part-timer Emmy. I could kind of see Hizuru and Ko from New Game lining up a little bit.
Yeah, but there's also a decent amount of shows on that list that we haven't watched. So for the case study of Venatus, you picked Noe. And I feel like this voice actors list is also hitting quite a lot of shows that we like and a lot of characters from those shows that we like.
Yeah. I was going to say, you like Genos from One Punch Man.
I mean, so case study of Venatus for me is so hard to pick a favorite character. So it's like Noe and Venatus are basically like almost tied in my brain. So just like having him there is also really nice.
Yeah. I also got Naofumi from Shield Hero.
Ida from My Hero.
Yeah.
Engine Big
Interesting.
Man. Isn't he like class president too?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Surune. Oh, I see the couple of Cuckoo's guy too.
Oh no.
So as a twist,
No.
we have the first repeat voice actor because for Shield Hero you said your favorite character was Naofumi. Are you surprised? Do you think about the performance for Noe and the performance for Naofumi, and do you like imagine a similarity at all?
I don't feel like they line up very well, but
Yeah, I think like from the character perspective, obviously Noe is a lot more optimistic and lighthearted.
a little bit.
Naofumi is going through some stuff. So I think it's kind of nice or interesting that you had like two sides of this voice actor's range, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we have a winner. Your favorite voice actor is apparently Kaito Ishikawa. How do you feel about that turn of events?
I feel like it could kind of work, yeah.
You agree with this assessment?
I feel like there's other voice actors on this list that probably line up with more of or they hit more characters that I like.
So the one that you felt more connected to, even though they didn't show up multiple times on the list, would be Inori Minase.
Yeah, I think so. She lines up with a lot of characters that I liked when they did show up in their shows.
And pretty good shows in general.
Yeah.
So then what you could say is that she's your favorite female voice actor and he's your favorite male voice actor. So then you have one of each like I do.
Pretty well.
So today we learned with completely rough science that's totally not valid, horrible hypothesis testing, that you have two voice actors that you do actually lean towards more often, which would be Inori Minase and Kaito Ishikawa. So now you can know who to say if people ask you the question, who's your favorite voice actor?
Yeah.
And let us know in the comments who your favorite voice actors might be, or if you watch subbed or dubbed. And if you're having fun, please like and subscribe.